Hello. So I've set myself this challenge to do 30-day lives on social media. I've never done a live before in my life. However, I did go to do it and I don't quite meet the criteria to be able to go live just yet. So if you are coming across this, please go and like and follow my page and this post, and so I can meet that minimum so I can actually do these live. But the idea around me setting myself this challenge is because when we meet our edge or do something out of our comfort zone, that's when the real work begins, and I just really wanted to test that for myself. So being able to just do these videos off the cuff without having them scripted, without doing any prep work, without editing and spending all day on a 2-minute video before posting. I set myself this challenge to, practice my own things, and hopefully I'll get some great sort of skills and be able to sort of desensitize myself from being seen a little bit as well. And like I mentioned, when you do meet your edges, that's when your stuff comes up. And I'm human, stuff came up, and it's great because I can, being able to I've done the inner work, right? So I'm now able to sort of move my stuff into the passenger seat and go, hey, I'm now driving this mother, right? So this was a great little challenge I wanted to set myself, and stuff comes up normally, like the fear of being seen, right? So the things like, am I going to be able to talk off the cuff? Am I going to look a certain way? Am I going to be seen a certain way? All sorts of things. And anyway, yesterday I'm in this group with some other amazing women who were on the certification journey with me, and we've sort of formed our own little group, and we created an accountability sort of meet up each week, which has been great because we set ourselves little goals for the week, and then we catch up the next week and see who's done their goals and what's our new goals for the coming week. And sometimes everyone's busy, so sometimes some weeks no one can really make it because we're all doing stuff, or sometimes there's 2, sometimes there's 5 of us. Anyway, the beautiful Sarah, who normally takes the calls or hosts the calls, she was not able to do it yesterday, so I sort of stuck my hand up and I said, hey, if anyone's available, I'm happy to do the call. And I met this Amanda lady who came on with me, and it was actually the first time I had met Amanda because we'd been on at different times. We hadn't actually seen each other before. And I told her about this little challenge I set myself, and she was like, whoa, that's crazy. And I said, hey, how about if you do it with me? And it was crazy to see, like, in that moment, her stuff came up, and it's funny because even though we've got our own stuff, quite often our stuff is really similar to other people. So she had the same sort of stuff coming up for her that I did. And there was one thing that came up for me, which I thought was rather funny. And I told her about it because I was just like, I don't even know why this is a thing. But one of the things that came up for me was, oh my God, what if one of the girls from high school that wasn't particularly nice to me at high school, what if they come across my videos and see me online? Like, who the hell gives a crap, right? Like, these girls were in my life for what, 2-3 years out of my whole life in high school, and I'm worried about if they see me putting myself out there online. Like, who the hell gives a crap about that? But it's just crazy, this stuff that comes up that will sort of try to hold you back. And it's stuff that, it's totally innocent. It comes up because it's a form of protection, really, like it's protecting me from putting myself out there so that I'm not up for criticism or judgment or, all those things, right? So it's there to protect us. But at the same time, doing the inner work, you can then sort of go, yep, great, thanks for trying to protect me. But you can move over now. I'm driving and I'm making things happen. So that was the idea of these lives, So if you're keen to come on this journey with me, yeah, follow my page and do this with me, and hopefully I can actually go live soon if I get, I need more followers. So please follow my page, and then I'll be able to actually do these live. And if you have stuff yourself that is coming up and sort of getting in your way of doing things, feel free to reach out to me. Comment clarity below or send me a DM, and I do offer free clarity calls at the moment. They're not going to be free forever, so please take advantage of that at the moment. And then we can kind of go through, see what stuff is holding you back, and and we can talk about ways and how we can also help you shift that over to the passenger seat, so you're in the driving seat and driving towards your goals. So yep, here we go, day one, done and dusted, posting without editing, without looking back on it, just doing it, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.